Imagine walking into a dealership in 2025 and unknowingly signing up for one of the worst financial decisions of your life. A car that looks flashy on paper but quietly drains your wallet with sky-high maintenance, brutal depreciation, and reliability headaches you never saw coming. Right now, across the US, dealers are absolutely drowning in unsold vehicles. Nearly 3 million new cars sitting untouched, gathering dust. Some models have such poor demand that if manufacturers stopped shipping today, lots would still be stocked for the next 6 months. But here's the real kicker. Buried among those unsold vehicles are cars from trusted names like BMW, Toyota, Nissan, even Audi. Brands people buy thinking they're making a smart choice. But in reality, some of these vehicles are financial traps disguised as luxury, performance, or practicality. In this video, I'm exposing the 16 cars you should never buy in 2025. Cars that smart buyers avoid but dealerships are desperate to unload. And stay with me till the end, because the final car on this list might just bankrupt the entire company behind it. If you appreciate honest, no-nonsense car advice the manufacturers hope you never hear, hit that subscribe button. This is the only place we expose the real traps in the car market before you fall into them. Let's dive in, starting with a car that represents everything wrong with modern automotive pricing. The 2025 Mini Cooper Hardtop. This tiny hatchback might carry a price tag over $32,000, but what you get is barely enough space for two adults and a shopping bag. Here's the insane part. Dealerships have a 204-day supply of these cars. That means they could stop receiving shipments for nearly 8 months and still have enough on the lot. For the same money, you could buy a well-equipped Honda Civic, Toyota Corolla, or Nissan Sentra and still have about $15,000 left over. But many buyers, especially young professionals, fall for the mini badge thinking they're buying into European sophistication. What they're actually getting is a BMW in disguise, meaning premium prices for parts, service, and repairs, all for a car that insurance companies classify as high performance, driving your premiums through the roof. Worse still, resale value on the Mini Cooper has been in free fall, leaving owners underwater on their loans within just a few years. But if paying luxury prices for a shoebox on wheels sounds bad, it gets worse when you buy outdated technology at tomorrow's prices. Which brings us to the 2025 Audi A7. At first glance, this sleek sedan might seem like a great buy, but don't be fooled. The current generation A7 has been on the market since 2019. In car years, that makes it practically ancient. Audi is already testing an all-new model, yet dealerships are still charging full price for the outdated version, which starts around $72,000. To put that in perspective, financial experts say you should be earning at least $720,000 per year to responsibly afford a car in that price range. Most buyers, not even close. Beyond the sticker shock, the A7 comes with $1,400 in annual maintenance costs, more than double the national average. Combine that with the brutal depreciation of large luxury sedans, and you're looking at a financial time bomb. Want to see brand loyalty taken to the extreme? Look no further than the 2025 BMW Z4, a sports car disaster in disguise. Underneath, the Z4 shares its bones with the Toyota Supra, built in the same factory, same platform, yet the Toyota outsells the BMW by a wide margin. Why? Because buyers are waking up to the scam of paying extra for the BMW badge while getting mediocre reliability and a driving experience that doesn't justify the price. Insurance is another nightmare. Expect to pay over $8,000 per year just to keep your Z4 on the road, thanks to aggressive insurance classifications targeting sports car owners. The kicker? The market for sports cars is shrinking rapidly, so when it comes time to resell, good luck finding anyone willing to overpay for a used BMW with questionable long-term value. But even that pales in comparison to buying a car from a dying brand, like the 2025 Chrysler Voyager. Imagine a company whose entire lineup has been gutted, leaving them with just one or two models. And then they release a stripped-down, lower-quality version of their only remaining vehicle. That's Chrysler's Voyager, essentially a Pacifica minivan minus the features, build quality, and reputation. Dealers are swimming in unsold Voyagers with a staggering 285-day supply, and for good reason. Stellantis, Chrysler's parent company, is reviewing its 14 global brands, and Chrysler is at the top of the chopping block. Parts availability, warranties, and resale value, all of that disappears the moment Chrysler does. If you think unreliable Italian exotics are just a stereotype, the 2025 Alfa Romeo Giulia will prove otherwise. On the surface, this sedan looks gorgeous. Sharp styling, intoxicating engine notes, the whole Italian dream. But beneath the surface, a reliability nightmare. Electrical issues, transmission failures, engine problems, and owners paying luxury prices for repairs that come way too often. The Giulia's resale value has cratered, and with Alfa Romeo struggling to maintain even a sliver of the US market, the future doesn't look bright. Now, let's talk about how greed destroyed what could have been a sports car success. The 2025 Nissan Z. Nissan finally revived their iconic Z car with retro styling and a twin-turbo V6, but greedy dealerships slapped $10,000 to $20,000 markups on them. Suddenly, a $40,000 car became a $60,000 mistake, pushing buyers toward better-performing Corvettes or more reliable alternatives. Add to that Nissan's $5.4 billion loss, job cuts, and factory closures, and anyone buying a new Z is gambling on a shaky future. Jaguar, meanwhile, is having a full-blown identity crisis with the 2025 F-Pace. They've rebranded, ditched their iconic logo for a generic J in a circle, gutted their lineup, and promised a future of electric vehicles. But the execution has been an unmitigated disaster. With fewer models, shrinking dealerships, and customer confidence at rock bottom, buying a Jaguar today means betting on a brand that might not even know what it wants to be. Over at Ford, the 2025 Escape is quietly fading into irrelevance. In the hyper-competitive world of compact SUVs, being average is a death sentence. The Escape isn't the most efficient, reliable, or refined, and buyers have noticed. Inventory is piling up, resale values are sinking, and better alternatives like the Toyota RAV4, Honda CR-V, and Mazda CX-5 are eating the Escape alive in the marketplace. Meanwhile, Buick has drifted into complete automotive limbo with the 2025 Encore GX. Too expensive to be considered a value brand, too bland for luxury, Buick has no clear identity, and most Americans can't name a single current model. With GM's history of axing underperforming brands like Pontiac and Saturn, it's only a matter of time before Buick faces the same fate. It gets worse if you consider the 2025 Infiniti QX50 and QX55, both officially discontinued by year's end. Infiniti is retreating from the luxury crossover space entirely, leaving buyers with clearance-priced SUVs that depreciate faster than you can drive them off the lot. Infiniti dealerships are merging with Nissan, eroding the upscale experience and signaling a dying brand with shrinking resources. BMW, unfortunately, shows up again on this list with the 2025 X2, a poorly executed, overpriced, shrunken-down version of the X1. It offers less space, a harsher ride, and questionable styling, yet somehow commands a higher price. Unsurprisingly, inventory is stacking up because smart buyers know the X1 offers better value for less money. Even Lexus isn't immune to market shifts. The 2025 Lexus LS, once the gold standard for reliable luxury sedans, is struggling to stay relevant. Large sedans are dying, SUVs dominate, and with sales tanking, discontinuation rumors persist. Spending nearly $80,000 on a car with shrinking buyer interest is a dangerous financial bet. The electric vehicle space isn't much better, with the 2025 Volkswagen ID Mambor suffering from constant software glitches, infotainment malfunctions, and charging issues. EV competitors evolve rapidly, and VW's outdated tech can't keep up, leaving frustrated owners behind. Or consider the 2025 Toyota Mirai. Impressive range, fast refueling, but there's a catch. You can't refuel outside California. With fewer than 250 units sold nationwide, Hydrogen infrastructure remains a fantasy, turning the Mirai into an expensive paperweight everywhere else. Want to see polarizing design completely derail a vehicle? Look at the 2025 BMW iX. Despite solid performance, its giant beaver grille became an internet meme, scaring away luxury buyers who expect prestige and sophistication, not ridicule. Finally, we arrive at the ultimate automotive disaster, the 2025 Lucid Air. With $3.4 billion in losses, missed production targets, delayed deliveries, and quality control nightmares, Lucid Motors is clinging to life, propped up by Saudi investment. Buying a Lucid Air means betting $100,000 or more on a financially unstable startup. If Lucid collapses, owners are left with a six-figure electric paperweight nobody can service or repair. The bottom line? These 16 vehicles represent everything wrong with modern car buying decisions. Overpriced, unreliable, rapidly depreciating, or backed by brands in crisis. If this video saved you from making a $50,000 mistake, hit that like button, subscribe, and share this with someone shopping for their next car. Want us to expose more dealer tricks and car buying traps? Drop a comment below. We'll dive into the data and bring you the facts. Stay smart, drive safe, and always research before you regret.